On November 12, 2025, Nigerian billionaire Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man, made a high-profile visit to Zimbabwe, marking a significant moment in the country's economic trajectory. The visit culminated in the signing of a $1 billion investment agreement between the Dangote Group and the government of Zimbabwe, targeting key sectors such as cement production, energy generation, fertilizer manufacturing, and petroleum infrastructure. The visit was not without drama, as flamboyant businessman Wicknell Chivhayo was barred from attending the meeting, despite his attempts to gatecrash the event. This report explores the purpose and outcomes of Dangote's visit, the exclusion of Chivhayo, and the potential benefits for Zimbabwe. Purpose of the visit. Dangote's visit was primarily aimed at reviving stalled investment plans from his earlier engagements in 2015 and 2018, which had failed due to bureaucratic hurdles, lack of guarantees, and political instability under the late President Robert Mugabe. This time, under President Emmerson Mnangagwa, the investment climate has reportedly improved, prompting Dangote to return with renewed confidence. The core purpose of the visit included signing a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) for a multi-sector investment deal, exploring opportunities in cement manufacturing, coal mining, power generation, and fertilizer production, launching a regional petroleum pipeline project from Walvis Bay, Namibia, to Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, via Botswana, strengthening regional industrial integration and supporting Zimbabwe's Vision 2030 agenda to become an upper-middle-income economy. Key discussions and agreements. During the meeting at State House in Harare, Dangote held talks with President Mnangagwa and several cabinet ministers. The discussions focused on 1. Cement production. Dangote Cement plans to establish a 1.5 million ton per year factory in Zimbabwe. This will reduce reliance on imports, lower construction costs, and support infrastructure development. 2. Energy generation. A coal-fired thermal power station is planned to address Zimbabwe's chronic electricity shortages. This will support industrial operations and improve energy reliability. 3. Petroleum pipeline. A 2,000 to 2,200 kilometer pipeline will connect Walvis Bay to Bulawayo, enabling cheaper fuel imports and reducing Southern Africa's dependence on European and Asian suppliers. 4. Fertilizer manufacturing. Dangote expressed interest in leveraging Zimbabwe's agricultural potential by investing in local fertilizer production, which could boost food security and productivity. 5. Logistics infrastructure. Plans include building regional distribution centers and raw material depots to streamline supply chains and reduce operating costs. These projects are expected to create thousands of jobs, stimulate industrial growth, and enhance Zimbabwe's regional competitiveness. Why Wicknell Chivhayo was barred. The visit was marred by controversy when Wicknell Chivhayo, a controversial businessman with a history of tenderpreneurship and flamboyance, attempted to gatecrash the meeting at State House. What happened? Chivhayo was not on the official guest list. He lied to associates, claiming he was part of the delegation meeting Dangote. He arrived uninvited, carrying a brown envelope, and tried to force his way in. He was intercepted by security, including President Mnangagwa's son, Sean, and escorted out. Reasons for exclusion. Chivhayo reportedly wanted a photo opportunity to boost his public image and falsely imply business ties with Dangote. Government officials viewed his presence as a security breach and an attempt to peddle influence. His business model, focused on quick profits and tenders, was seen as misaligned with Dangote's long-term industrial vision. Officials feared Chivhayo's involvement could undermine the credibility of the investment deal. This incident sparked public ridicule and political embarrassment, with ZANU-PF allies scrambling to spin the narrative. Ultimately, Chivhayo's exclusion was a deliberate move to protect the integrity of the investment process. Dangote's visit and the resulting investment deal offer transformational potential for Zimbabwe across multiple dimensions. 1. Economic growth. The IMF projects 6% GDP growth in 2025, and Dangote's investment could validate and accelerate this recovery. The deal aligns with Vision 2030, aiming to reindustrialize Zimbabwe and achieve upper-middle income status. Prompt 2. Job creation. The cement plant, power station, and pipeline projects could create over 10,000 jobs directly and indirectly. With high youth unemployment, this is a critical boost to livelihoods and economic inclusion. 3. Energy security. The coal power station and pipeline will stabilize electricity and fuel supply, reducing outages and import dependency. This supports industrial productivity and lowers operational costs. 4. Infrastructure development. Cement and logistics investments will support road construction, housing, and industrial facilities, improving national infrastructure. 5. Regional integration. The pipeline and distribution network will connect Zimbabwe to Namibia, Botswana, and DRC, enhancing trade and energy cooperation under the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA. 6. Investor confidence. Dangote's presence signals renewed confidence in Zimbabwe's investment climate, potentially attracting other African and global investors. 7. Technology transfer and skills development. The projects will bring technical expertise, modern equipment, and training opportunities, enhancing local capacity. 8. Reduced import costs. Local cement and fertilizer production will cut import bills, improve trade balance, and support domestic industries. 9. Boost to agriculture. Fertilizer production will improve access to affordable inputs, increasing yields and food security. 10. Symbolic value. Dangote's return is a seal of approval on Zimbabwe's economic reforms and a symbol of continental solidarity. Aliko Dangote's visit to Zimbabwe represents a watershed moment in the country's quest for economic revival. The $1 billion investment deal, spanning cement, energy, fertilizer, and infrastructure, could reshape Zimbabwe's industrial landscape, create jobs, and enhance regional integration. The exclusion of Wicknell Chivhayo underscores the government's intent to prioritize credibility and transparency in its dealings with serious investors. If managed prudently, this partnership could mark the beginning of a new era, one where Zimbabwe transitions from economic survivalism to sustainable, investment-led growth. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We will be introducing memberships which are voluntary. We would like to apologize. Our newsreader is still on leave. We'll be back in a week.